Here in the North Country and in Jefferson County in particular, the economy is doing a little better than the rest of the state and the rest of the country. And it's for two reasons. One is Fort Drum, something I always work for and protect, and we're going to have a lot of protecting to do over the next while, although Fort Drum will be less subject to the military to the budget cuts than other places because it's so necessary and so vital on into the future and so unique in what it does. But the second is tourism. And we've had some great tourist seasons because the Canadian dollar is so strong and the Canadians come here, spend their dollars, and that's great. And we welcome it. And one of the great traditions that we've had here in the North Country, across New York State, and across America is a free and unfettered border. And everyone knows you can cross it. Whenever things get in the way of that, I try to undo them. This summer we had some problems with the Canadians enforcing some of their laws a little too stringently in terms of fishing. But now, a backward fee has the potential to tighten that spigot and keep buckets full of tourism dollars out of the North Country. And that's what we want to stop. So let me explain. As you know, the Senate just a few weeks ago passed something called the Colombian Free Trade Agreement to make trade and commerce more competitive and advantageous for businesses in Colombia. I had a whole lot of problems with that bill, not just the fee. And so I voted against it. But it passed, and undebated and tucked inside this Colombian trade agreement, and there was nothing you could do about it because the rules of the Senate don't allow amendments on trade agreements. So all I could do was vote against it, and it had a lot of votes to pass. But it was an unwelcome little provision that could be a serious blow to those of us here in the North Country. Tucking this job-killing fee into a bill like this is the worst of Washington. And I'm here to tell you in the North Country that I am going to do everything I can to get this undone, particularly before the next major tourism season starts in the late spring. Again, just as when the Canadians went overboard in terms of our party boats and fishing tournaments, it sends a very wrong message. And we pretty much had unfettered crossings that allow us to benefit from one another's economy. And furthermore, it's a nose in the camel's tent. Yeah, today it's $5.50. What if in a year the federal government, starved for money, makes it $10? What if they decide, oh, it's worked okay for boats and for planes? What about cars? And what if you're a family of 5 that wants to come across the bridge and have dinner in Sackett's Harbor? That's $27. You're going to think twice. So this is a bad, bad idea. And today I'm announcing legislation that would block the Customs and Border Protection from ever charging these fees, and I'm keeping New York would keep New York open to Canadian tourism and business. New York and the U.S. should be welcoming Canadian visitors and the billions they spend inside the Empire State with open arms, not nickeling and diming them with ridiculous fees.